Electric field, what we discussed in the last class, is it a vector or scalar quantity? It is a vector quantity. Yes or no? Electric field is what type of quantity? It is a vector quantity. Since it is a vector quantity, we need to represent in what now? In vector notation. We need to represent what now? In vector notation. I'll take now vector form. Vector form of what now? Electric field that we are going to use now. Here, see here, if I take a charge, let's say charge here Q is there. This is what we call source charge. I want to find the electric field at some point P. The distance between these 2 points, let's say now R. Okay, let's say now R. Now at this point there is a force due to electric field in what direction? So always I told you, whenever you want to find out the electric field at any point, you need to imagine what now? You need to imagine test positive charge or you need positive charge. So what is the direction of electric field? Away, it will be in what direction? Along the line joining, it will be in this direction. So this electric field in vector rotation will be given by our formula. Electric field in vector rotation is given by 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by distance square into distance cap. That is r cap. R cap is indicating direction from where to where? From charge space, from this point to this point. From the point where you are going to find the electric field to source charge. Okay, this is a vector notation. This is actually a useful equation because we know here any vector can be written as its magnitude multiplied by its cap, right? Then I can write now a cap equal to what now? A vector by its magnitude. Similarly, r cap, I'm going to write like this now. R cap equal to r vector by r. Many cases, sometimes while solving the numericals, it will help you. This vector form, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by r square into r cap is given by what now? R vector by its magnitude r. So this r square and this r is going to multiply. It will become 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by r cube into r vector. This is also a vector notation. This one and this one. In these two, anyone you can write and you can explain them. What is q, what is epsilon naught, what is r cap, what is electric E, is all those things. This is what now? Vector form, and already we know unit of electric field is what now? Newton per coulomb from the definition. Now sir, what if the charge is more than one? Okay, that is what we call electric field due to multiple charges. Electric field due to multiple charges. This is clear to all of you now. This is vector notation or vector form. Okay, this 1 by 4 pi epsilon q by r square indicating magnitude, and r cap is indicating what now? R cap is indicating direction vector. Okay, yes. Now we go for electric field due to what now? Multiple charges. Now let us see now what will happen. Electric field due to multiple charges. In this electric field due to multiple charges, now what all is there? Now we want to find the electric field at some point. Let's say P. Due to many number of charges, let's say here charge is Q1. Let's say here charge what now? Q2. Let's say charge here somewhere not now Q3. Let's say somewhere charge here what now? Qn, nth charge. So distance between first charge and the point P where we need to find the electric field is what now? R1. The distance from second charge where you need to find the electric field is what now distance? R2. The distance from third charge, okay, that is how much now? R3. And distance from nth charge will be how much now? It is Rn. Okay, now we need to find one by one. I'm going to take a different color now. Yes, I think this is highlighting. Okay, then I'll take first one. Okay, electric field at point P due to first charge I take. How much it is? I'll take E1 is equal to, in vector notation, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 divided by R1 square into R1 cap Now, due to second one is what now? Electric field due to second charge at point P, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q2 divided by R2 square into R2 cap. Like that, so on, we can write electric field due to what now? Nth charge is given by what now? 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Qn divided by Rn square into Rn cap. Now we're going to add them according to the principle of superposition. Okay. According to principle of superposition, the total electric field is then total electric field is given by E equal to. Now look at these equations, which is common, students. Here 1 by 4 pi epsilon is common, right? We are going to take them outside. So 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught is common, we take out. And what else is common? Any other thing is common, is there? No, nothing is common. So I'm going to write like this now. It is Q1 by R1 square into R1 cap plus Q2 divided by R2 square into R2 cap plus so on plus Qn divided by Rn square into Rn cap. Now I need to make it as mathematically using summation. This will be done as 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by summation over I equal to 1 to n Qi divided by Ri square into Ri cap. If I give I equal to 1, you get first term. If I give I equal to 2, you get second term. If I give I equal to 3, you get third term. If I give I equal to n, you get n term. Here, this is what we call now. You know, right? This is epsilon. 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 Okay, its value is how much we know already? 8.854 into 10 power minus 12. This is the permittivity of free space. And its unit will be what now? You should remember from where now? From previous concept of Coulomb's law now again. Or you can even get here only. From this also you can get here. If I add a new unit for this, it is Coulomb per meter square per Newton. Okay, this is per Coulomb square. Of course, same thing. Coulomb square per meter square per Newton. So that is a unit of what now? Value and unit of epsilon naught. So this is what now? Vector form of means like force electric field due to what now? Multiple charges at some point. So these relations you can use, and you can find this using the electric field due to multiple charges. And you need to keep in our mind while calculating electric field and electric force, those two are what type of quantities? Vector quantities. Direction must be considered while calculating. Okay, so is it clear to all of you now? Electric field due to multiple charges now. So can we move on to next thing now? Look at a new topic we go for now. That is electric flux. We go a normal topic. A simple. Okay, before that electric flux, let me leave that. Okay, let me continue electric flux only, and we continue later. Let us understand now electric flux, and this topic is clear to all of you. Electric field due to multiple charges. Is there any doubt? Please let me know, students. Yes, no doubt in this. Okay. Now, if I want to find the electric field, do what now? Dipole now. Okay, electric flux we go later. We go for dipole now. Electric dipole, what we can do now? Let us go for that. Here, till now we have taken all positive charges, or again consider all negative charges, but we never gone for a combination of those two charges. So now I will go for a dipole. Dipole, let us understand the concept very well, and then we move on to next thing. Yes. Next heading is what now? Electric dipole. Let us understand. Here the word di means what? Two, right? The pole means polarity. There are two polarities that exist. What are those two polarity? One is positive polarity, one is negative polarity. Means a positive charge and a negative charge. Those two charges are exist, and these two charges are separated by some distance. What now? Let's take a positive charge plus q, and there is one more charge minus q. Okay, let's say this location A and this location will be, and these two are separated by some distance. So that is what we call electric dipole. Sir, what is the distance between these two? Okay, distance you can take anything, but I'm going to take here by convention. By convention, the distance between these two dipole is 2 times of A. The question will come to mind, sir, why can't we take just A? So why are you taking 2 times of A? Just simple reason is to avoid calculation, because always we calculate the things here afterwards. The distance from the center of the dipole, if I consider this is center O, look at now, this distance become how much now? A. As of now, because I have taken 2A, and this distance become how much now? Again A. Total distance become 2A. But sir, what if I take here instead of 2A, if I take just A, what will happen now? It will become A by 2, it will be A by 2. Of course, if you are very good at mathematics or even normal mathematics, you can do a calculation, but still we go for a convention. Okay, so this is what we call electric dipole. So what we say the definition of electric dipole now? Two equal and opposite charges separated by some distance. Two equal and opposite charges separated by some distance. Okay, so this is what we call dipole. Okay, so this is clear to all of you now. Dipole means what now? Two equal opposite charges are separated by some distance, what we call electric dipole. And definition is given to you, diagram is given to you, and distance between the dipole is given to you. Now here one more thing you have to consider now. There is one more topic you have to learn here, electric dipole moment. Next is what now? Electric dipole moment. This electric dipole moment we indicate with a letter called P. We indicate with what now? We indicate with a letter called P. So what is electric dipole moment, sir? It is nothing but what now? It is nothing but, it is a product of, okay, so this I want to write, it is a product of, it is the product of magnitude of either of the charge and distance between them. Okay, that is what we call electric dipole moment. Okay, so this we are going to indicate with what now? P, and this is given by electric dipole moment P equal to, as per the definition, it is what now? It is product of magnitude of either of the charge. Means either you can take plus Q charge, then minus Q charge, but you should take what? It's magnitude you should take. It will be what now? Just I'll take Q, it's magnitude, multiplied by distance between them, right? And the distance between them, how much is the distance between them? Plus Q charge and minus Q charge, it is 2A. It is 2A. So this is, look at now 2A is a vector quantity. So it is a vector quantity. Electric dipole moment is what type of quantity? Vector quantity. Okay, vector in nature. So vector in nature, sir, then there must be a direction, right now. So what is the direction of this electric dipole moment? Direction of electric dipole moment is from negative charge to positive charge. Direction from what direction it is? Direction from minus Q to plus Q. That you need to remember, it will be always asked for 1 mark. So what is the direction of dipole moment? Okay, so this is clear. Yeah. Sir, could you please keep that? Right. Okay. So this is clear now, all of you. Electric dipole moment. Okay, let me go back to the previous slide. Yes. Yes, Fatma. Can we go for next slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So, student, this is clear to all of you now. Electric dipole means what now? Electric dipole moment means what now? Electric dipole means two equal and opposite charges separated by some distance. Electric dipole moment is it is a product of magnitude of both either of the charge and distance between them. Okay, and that is what we call electric dipole moment, and is denoted by P. Okay, and since it is a vector quantity, its direction must be what now? From negative charge to positive charge. That is the direction of electric dipole moment. Now, here you need to understand little more thing, because later now we are going to find the electric field due to dipole. In order to find the electric field due to dipole, I need to make you clear that one more topic to you. That is, if I take here a dipole, that is plus q charge, and there is here minus q charge. Let me take this is point A and this is point B, and these two are separated by some distance. So let's say 2e, that we know. We have taken 2a. 2a is the distance between the dipole from point A to point B. Now, here I'm going to take one line. Let me take with what color? Red color. The line which is now passing through the dipole and along the dipole. The line which is passing through what now? Passing through the dipole and along the dipole is what we call, this line is what we call axial line. Axial line, or we call one more name as dipole axis. What is the name we call? Axial line or dipole axis. Sir, what if I take this line, if I take with a different color? Yeah. What if I take this line? The line which is perpendicular to dipole axis and passing through the center of the dipole and making an angle exactly equal to 90° with respect to what now? With respect to what? With respect to the axis of the dipole. So that is what we call equatorial line. This line is what we call equatorial line. So now you need to remember these two lines very clearly. Okay, equatorial line, or we call what now? Perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. We call these two names. So now our job is what, you know? We want to find out the electric field due to what now? Electric field due to a dipole on axial line 1 point, on equatorial line 1 point. So those two things we need to find out now. That is our main motto here afterwards. Okay. So is that clear? So electric dipole is clear. Direction of dipole is clear. The axial line and equatorial line notation is clear to all of you. Yes. Now we go for finding what now? Finding electric field due to a dipole on axial line. So this is the first derivation of this chapter, I think. Yeah, this is the first derivation. Try to understand this derivation very properly. So derivation is what now? Electric field due to dipole on axial line or on dipole axis, we say. Okay, let us consider what now? Consider a positive charge. Consider what now? There is a negative charge. And these two are separated by what distance? As we know, the distance between them, let me take this point A, this is a point B. the distance between the point A and point B will be 2 times of A. And that is the center of the dipole. Try to understand the diagram very clearly. If you understood the diagram very clearly, then it will be easy for you to make any other thing. So the distance from center to any one side will be how much it is? It will be A. Not necessary to show A, but I'm giving you to make it more clear about the diagram. Now I'm going to draw dipole axis now. Dipole axis means what now? The line which is passing along the dipole, right? Dipole axis. I want to find the electric field at some point. Let me say here P. P. So this point P is then which is at a distance of how much which at a distance of let's say R from where from center of dipole. From where it is? From center of dipole. You need to make clear things. These lines are very important. From center of dipole. So now, since positive charge is there, so positive charge will experience means it is going to exert a force on a means like what we say we need to find electric field at point P. We need to imagine unit positive charge. And what is the direction of electric field due to charge at A? It will be in this direction. Correct? Electric field due to what type of charge plus Q charge in this direction. Sir, what about second one? Electric field to negative charge, it will be what direction it is? It will be in this direction. Due to minus Q charge. Now, what is the angle between these two now? Angle between these two is how much? 180 degree. Okay, they are opposite direction. Angle between them is 180 degree. Okay, so diagram is this much. Is the diagram is clear to all of you? Is there any doubt regarding the diagram? If there is no doubt regarding diagrams, I'll go for proceeding next. Derivation part. Students, is there any doubt regarding diagram?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now let us go for definite. As we know, electric field formula is what? What is the formula for electric field to a single charge? We know this formula. Electric field E is given by 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by charge Q by distance square. That we know. If you take a vector rotation also, you can take, not all issue that is. Okay, now we know. So I'm going to take now, first thing, this diagram is clear to all of you now. Now I'm going to find the electric field at a point P. Electric field at P due to positive charge. How much it is? Electric field, that is a vector rotation, that is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by charge is what now? Plus Q charge, sir? Plus Q charge divided by distance is very important now. Distance from where to where? Distance from A to P. Now tell me, students, what is the distance from A to P? Look at the diagram clearly, and I want to know A to P value. Can we write A to P as like this? O to P minus O to A. O to P is R minus O to A is A. It will be R minus A, right? That is A to P. Yes or no? So we are going to take here is what distance R minus A and its square at distance square. Now electric field is what direction? Look at now. Electric dipole moment is in this direction. Let's say P vector. Okay, that is from negative to positive direction. Electric dipole moment. So it is along electric dipole moment, right? The electric field to positive charge. So I can say no, it is just P cap. Why I'm taking P cap is because of what? No, electric field is in the direction of electric dipole moment. We take P cap. Now I'll go for finding now. Yeah. Next I'll go for what now? electric field at P. P is a different point. This P is a different thing. Okay. Due to minus Q charge. What type of charge now? Minus Q charge. Now it is again E. Due to this is a plus Q charge, right? This is I'll take minus Q charge is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q. Even though it is negative charge, while taking a Q, you should take what of magnitude because it is from Coulomb's law. So you should take what now? Magnitude divided by distance is what now? From minus Q to P. It is BP, right? BP means, can you write like this? It is BO plus OP. What is BO? A plus OP means what now? R. So can we write it as R plus A? So it is distance is what now? R plus A whole square. And now look at it. Electric field to negative of what direction? It is towards A, means against the dipole moment, right? I'll write minus P cap. You got to know why I'm writing minus P cap, because it is against the direction of dipole moment. Both are opposite direction. We take negative sign. Okay, this negative sign you can write outside, and you can write not a issue like this. You can write minus 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q divided by R plus A whole square into okay P cap. Now we got to know these two things. Now we go for finding the total electric field we need to see. Since those two are opposite direction, using vector method we need to go. Okay, the net electric field I'm going to find here now. Eraser. Let me erase these things, not required for me. Yeah, net electric field. That is what now net electric field E is equal to E due to plus Q charge plus E due to minus Q charge. Okay, since we have taken vector notation, we take directly. If you have taken scalar notation, you should go for addition by vector methods. Now I'm going to add. So if you're going to add this equation number 1 and equation number 2, so look at what is common here in 1 and 2. 1 by 4 pi epsilon is common. We take 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon and is common. We take common. And what else is common? Q is common, right? So we take Q also common. So what is left over now, students? Look at now. In equation number 1, it is 1 by R minus A whole square is left. And there is a negative sign minus, because here there is a negative sign here. Divide, okay, multiplied by 1 by R plus A whole square. And it is into P cap. Outside there is a P cap is there. Okay, that is electric field. Now we need to simplify the term inside the bracket now. If I want to simplify this, electric field is given by, it is Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. And if I want to simplify denominator, I'll take denominator as LCM. It will become R square minus A square whole square. Yes or no? And numerator, it will come what now? This will become R square plus A square plus 2RA. I'm going to expand it. That is R square minus A square whole square. That means R minus R plus A whole square. I'm going to expand it. There is a negative sign. I put negative sign, and I'm going to expand this like R minus A whole square. It will become what now? R square minus A square plus 2RA into P cap. Why plus 2RA? Because there is here negative sign is there. This negative sign will multiply to this entire thing. Now what is going to cancel in these equations? Look at now. This R square, A square, R square, A square is going to cancel. 2RA and 2RA is going to left. And we are going to add them. 2RA, 2RA. We are going to get what now? 4 times of RA. This I'll write E vector equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by 2RA, 2RA. It will become 4RA, right? I'll write this one as 4RA instead of, I'll write 2R into 2A. Can we write 2r into 2a, 4ras divided by denominator as it is, it will become r square minus a square whole to the power of 2 into p cap. Why I am writing? Because the simple reason is, look at now, this 2a multiplied by charge will give us what now? Dipole moment. Yes or no? P cap, right? P vector, right? That's the main reason. That's the main reason I'm writing like this. There is no other intention. Okay. Or else, sir, I don't want. Leave it. Okay, sir, I don't want, sir. Like this. I'll just do. Yeah. I'll add them. I'll write just 4RA. Sir, is that enough? It is. Of course, the derivation is done. Derivation is done. Okay, this is the electric field to what now? Axial line. Okay, how can we indicate now? Let me indicate with, okay, this is electric field to axial line, right? I'll make EAX, 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 AX. AX stand for axial line. So for further simplification, we can do like this: E axial, that is equal to this. I told no, Q, this 4RA become 2RA, 2 times of R into 2 times of A. That case it will become 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q is become 2 P R divided by R square minus A square whole square into P cap. This is a P vector. Here you need to know P vector is equal to what now? Q times of 2A vector. This is the expression. You can leave it here also. Okay. This is the electric field to what now? Dipole. Here one more thing is that for small dipole or a short dipole. Okay. For short dipole. What is the meaning of short dipole? The distance R is there here. That R is too much greater than A. Distance between the dipole. In that case, what will happen? A will be neglected. So as A neglected, it will become R to the power of 4, right? Yes or no? As become R to the power of 4, one numerator R is going to cancel. So you are going to left with what now? You are going to left with E axial is equal to, in vector notation, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2p. Okay, let's write one more step if you want. 2pr by, it will become R to the power of 4 into p cap. Here one time R is going to cancel. We get what now? E axial, that is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by 2p by R cube into p cap. So this is what now? Electric field due to a short dipole on axial line. This is what now? Electric field due to a dipole, normal dipole. Means we didn't go for any approximation. Okay, so this is clear to all of you now. Electric field dipole on axial line. So please have a look at this now, all of you.